Hello, good afternoon. I just got home from having the manicure done. Still have all my gear on. Literally sat down 2 minutes and said, uh oh, I did not set StreamYard, and it's 2 minutes to noon. So I got busy. I am having my first cup of coffee right here. Coffee with the protein unflavored bone broth. Of course, it's not a complete protein. Because I went to do the manicure today, I did not want to drink coffee and excuse myself from the chair. That would just be rude. And hi, Granny Boo. How are you? Good afternoon. And hello, there's Together John Strong. Let me greet all of you respectfully. Hello, good afternoon. Hello. I'm tired from the vampire night with the ladies. Listen, I woke up this morning. I actually felt pretty good at 8:30 before the alarm. I set 4. What did I set it for? It's 8:40. And it was one of those moments, oh, what time is it? Did I oversleep? Did I not hear the alarm? Hello, Sharon. Good afternoon. So I am sitting down enjoying my first cup of protein coffee, collagen coffee, butter coffee. I didn't put an egg yolk in here, but it tastes so good. Okay, I'm going to talk to the ladies right now. Well, John has a wife. This is the first time I ever got gel nail polish. It's not a big deal. It's a neutral color because I wash my hands all the time. And the nails are short because I cut them cut them down, filed them down so that I'm ready to go back to work. I'm not a nail biter, but this year has been very hard on my hands overall in general. Just hard, very drying. And I'm one of those people that pick at the side skin of my nails, which I realize I need to stop doing that because sometimes I pick so much until they bleed because I'm ripping off the skin. So she had given me an option. Do you want regular polish, which I've had all of my life? I'm 65 years old and 3 days. And or the gel polish. So I said, sure, I'll give gel a try. And I have it. And I like it. I like it a lot. As a matter of fact, afterwards, after she was done, when she took my hand to put the lotion on and the cuticle oil, she touched it and it made me think, wow, this gel stuff is kind of cool. So, my first experience with gel, I love it. I have relatively strong nails. My mother had strong nails too, very thick. So, summertime is coming. My nails have a tendency to grow super fast. And of course, because of the diet that I'm on, it really does help, in my opinion. Hi, Karen. Popping in to give me a thumbs up. Thank you. Catch you later. I'm at work until 5. Well, enjoy your work and be safe. It was 19 degrees here when I left the house this morning to go out. I don't know what the temperature is right now, but that wind is wicked. They were forecasting it to be, no, I can't get the temperature up right now. 22 degrees. There we go. 22 degrees, and they're forecasting it to be in the 20s the rest of the week. So I think March is gonna come in with a vengeance. That's what I think. I just hate driving in it. That's all. Just hate to drive in it. What does the next week have in store for me? Well, having a vacation, a staycation, as the kids are calling it these days, proved to me to be enjoyable. I liked it. I liked the fact that I could do whatever I wanted to. And I didn't want to have everything crazily scheduled. I knew I had mechanics things to do that I knew I needed to do, and manicures, and I did the tanning, and in essence, I pampered myself. I lollygagged, but time to get back to the grind of work. And I realized that maybe I should be retiring this year. I think I should. Here, Sharon made a comment. I popped off and on last night, awake, awake to a subject that I composed a response to around maybe 2:30 a.m. Found that there weren't enough characters to effectively make my case. Then I fell back to sleep. Wow, I wonder if it's still there. I don't know. It was Barb and Terry Girl, and well, Jenny was on for a period. Janine was on from Australia. We went over 8 hours, 8 hours and 16, 17 minutes, which was crazy long. That was the longest live stream that Barbara ever had, she said. So definitely long. Hey, hi, Aaron. Welcome. Happy Saturday to you. I hope the weather is finding you warm. I am enjoying watching the videos, seeing you all playing at the park in the better weather than that icy, cold, gloomy. So I'm seeing everybody starting to perk up. My friend Okie Edens, he's doing his gardening. John saying hello to you. And Aaron, you're saying hello to John. So people are starting to dig themselves out of the snowbank, so to speak. Today I'm going to have for my meal plan, my menu, I'm going to have a rib steak and I'm going to make some shrimp scampi so that I can have that for the next 2 days, today's meal and tomorrow's meal. Something very simple. I don't mind eating on repeat at all. The nail stylist, the owner of the salon that I went to in Bloomer, she was telling me that she had the stomach stapling surgery and she looks very good. I would have never guessed until she told me that she had it done. But she owns this charming Victorian, many of the Victorian houses have very colorful exteriors and the picket fence in front of their house. She owns one that I have always thought was just darling in Bloomer, right behind the grocery store. And we were talking about grocery stores, and now that the copper penny is no longer really, I don't think the Treasury is supposed to be making it anymore. When you go to this grocery store and your bill is $8.01, they charge you $8.05. They round up in their favor. Now, if I go to Quick Trip and I get milk, and my milk is, I'm paying cash. They do this with cash, not with credit cards, by the way. And my milk bill is $8.01. They will take the hit for the 1 cent. They will take the hit for 4 cents. If it was 8.04, they will charge you $8. So does the grocery store win? Or does Quick Trip gas station really lose? Have you all been experiencing the penny drama, if you will, in your personal stores? Sharon says, my little part of lower Delaware is under a blizzard warning. Wow, for tomorrow into Monday. It is 52 degrees here today, but calling for upwards of a foot of snow and high winds. Good night. This this season has proven to be so scary for many of you people, many of you subscribers. In hearing your stories, in watching the videos, in your experiencing snows, the extreme ice conditions, we had them also. However, I say this with fear and trepidation. I believe we're going to have another doozy. I think, not another doozy. I think we will. The most snow I believe that we had once was 8 inches, which really isn't a lot. If you're considering Sharon, 12 inches, that's a lot of snow. And you would think, we being closer in Wisconsin, closer to Canada, that we would have much more snow than the other states. But the Bible Belt in that range, Tennessee, all the way up to the East Coast, that's some scary stuff. Just unprecedented weather conditions, in my opinion, that I've not seen before. So I have a couple of theories. I don't want to get shut down on YouTube for my said theories. We'll go back to Sharon. The ice just finally disappeared the past couple of days. Praise God. That is so scary. Hello, John. Hello, Jerry. Hello, gang. I'm sorry, George, John. Hello, how are you? I was listening to a podcast on the way home with Rick, and I heard them speaking to you on the podcast. So, welcome. It is good to have you. It's good to see you in the daylight. We went super long yesterday, George. 8 hours and I think 16 or 17 minutes. Crazy long. Hi, Lainey. Hi, darling. How are you? I spoke of you perhaps yesterday while you were sleeping. As I was putting on the Spanx, I was saying my extra large body. When I wear Spanx, I don't imagine that when I put them on, I am going to be thin and svelte and model like Lainey. I'm not going to get my big body condensed into Spanx and look just like you, all beautiful and perfect and skinny. But I have the reality that thanks to the carnivore diet, I have finally fit into large pants. Extra large pants are just fine. Lainey, I had gel polish put on today, and just getting out of the chair, having the ability to go to the bathroom and put on Spanx, lift my pants on and off. Obviously, we understand with gel polish, just blew my mind. So I mentioned you in a kind statement about the Spanx. They have Spanx for little petite people, extra small, all the way up to 3XL. So this weekend, if you don't know, Spanx is having a 30% sale. I don't know if it's worldwide. I didn't look into it because, of course, I'm a loyal shopper of Spanx, but I put the link in my Facebook. I think I maybe did it in YouTube if anybody's looking to save 30% on Spanx, which are very expensive. So you were thought of kindly. I love your picture. Your picture is beautiful as you are. Sharon says, yes. And there's Anna. Hello, Jerry and Aaron. Just getting here. Hello, welcome. Good to have you here today, and good to have you last night in our chat. Hello, Lainey and George. Lainey says, Jerry, I was watching. I haven't laughed so much. We were just a stitch, all of us. And we went through periods. We went through the super craziness that you saw. Then we went through a lull. Then we got into deep discussion. Then we got into divided discussion. Not that we were arguing amongst ourselves, because we weren't, but we got into a topics that were definitely different in the chat room, that we were chatting amongst ourselves and with other people, and people were chiming in, and then we got personal, and then we got crazy again. So it was like a graph going up, down, craziness, calmness, craziness, laughter, hilarity. It was fun. And John is saying hello to you, Anna. Hey, Jiffy, he says. George, I was there at the beginning and at the end last night, right? That is correct. And yes, we will be meeting you ladies in Kalamazoo. I am looking forward to it. This Kalamazoo is just the other side of the pond, meaning Lake Michigan, George. I have yet to see if there's a ferry that goes across Lake Michigan still via Green Bay, where the Green Bay Packers are. I'm sure you know that. I think you like sports. Nevertheless, if that's the case, I could take the ferry across and not have to go down and around through Chicago and all of that traffic down there. Not a fan. Anna saying hello to John. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. Hugs and squishes. Back to you, Amy. Hey, hi, Michael. How are you? I did run into Michael yesterday at a couple of chats we were in. Watched his premiere yesterday with Emily the raccoon, and the little fighting that Emily had with, I think we said, one of her kids, her raccoon. They were having a little tiff over food. I enjoy Michael's channel. In the beginning, when I listened to it, I turned it on and I listened at work. All I heard was a lot of chewing and chomping, which kind of, in my opinion, grates my nerves listening to that. But I have to see Michael's channel to appreciate nature and the animals and what I affectionately call, we all do, Emily the raccoon. We have a name for her. Lainey says, hello to you, John. You all made George blush. There was not a doubt in my mind. I think that Terry even said to Barbara, you need to erase this. Download. Do not download this. Just erase it. Stop. I fell asleep between the crazy and calm, but enjoyed it. Well, thank you. It was fun. It was a fun time. I will listen to Barb at work. Sometimes I'll go home and I do my own home drive home. Sometimes I'll go on Barbara's chat, but in my car, you can't see me. All you see is black because I don't keep the inside light on, the dome light, to be able to see me. Aaron saying hello to you, Anna. And Anna saying hello to Aaron. Jerry, the snail mail was fast. Really? I'm surprised. I'm surprised. I think yours went out Thursday, and today's Saturday. You have a good post office. Barbara told me the blanket that I won on her channel was supposed to come yesterday. We have a big rural mailbox, not as big to hold the Afghan in there, but it didn't come yesterday. It wasn't on the deck today, so our mail lady didn't come. But it's not uncommon for this mail lady to keep things in her vehicle through the weekend. I might get it on Wednesday. I don't know. Now, I sent Michael some dehydrated meat, and he got the tracking on it, and he sent me a picture that his meat dehydrated should come on Monday. So that's from Wisconsin down south. George says, we'll be flying into Kalamazoo, Battle Creek, Kellogg country, as we call it up here, with a change in Chicago. Interesting. We've booked into a Holiday Inn. I'm a man of the world and don't blush. When earlier this week, all of the activity happening in the Middle East that's going on with planes in the United States and wars and rumors of wars, shall we say, You were the first person I thought of. I said, George has got to know something. George has got to have that intel brain. And my daddy was a Marine too. So Marines have a special place in my heart, no doubt. So we invoke George and Laney's names a lot in our conversations when you're sleeping. I think we were trying to sing to Amy so she would wake up. Amy did not show up on our live yesterday. Now she may be still jet lagging and coming back to reality, coming back to, like me, getting ready to go back to work. I did enjoy this past last week off. I did. John says there is no way around it. I downloaded the whole 8 hours from the live last night. Wow, there you go. Can you imagine that live? So long. Hello, Bon Bon. Hello to you. I did not know until yesterday that you are an Aussie, that you lived in Australia. So, welcome today. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey there, Bon Bon, says John. Hi, John. Weather chat. So I did catch maybe 20 minutes of Rick because I overslept in Rick's time slot. Caught a little of that. And then he is doing was doing a live stream, but I don't remember. George, was he doing with Jonathan today? Carnivore Muscle? I don't remember. Let's see if he's still on. Live with Rick. I don't want to turn the volume on because it's obnoxious in the background. My apologies. No, Rick is still, according to this, still going strong. But I don't know. It doesn't say who he's interviewing. Unless this ended. Nope. Rick is all by himself right now. There we go. There's Rick. All by his lonesome. He's done with his interview. I hope he had a good live stream. Rick may be doing an 8+ hour with that little intermission that he had during his interview. So, what's on the agenda for tonight other than my meal prepping 2 meals? I'm going onto Mitch's live tonight. The last hurrah for me before I go back to work. On Sunday, Butter Bob is doing a live, and I posted that. I believe I posted it on my Facebook, and of course I have a lot of Facebook friends. Typically, I don't post a lot of things on Facebook. I really don't go and read because of time. I'm a YouTube fanatic. YouTube is my hobby. YouTube keeps me out of the stores. YouTube keeps me away from the internet and not spending the money because my ultimate goal this year has got to be retirement. I'm 65 and like you don't know that. And wanting to stick it out for 2 more years, stick it out with supervisors that don't manage people well, they don't manage their own affairs well. And when ridiculousness is at the factory I work, I get paid a handsome salary. I truly do. Unlike being a realtor, getting into your car, driving from point A until you get to the closing is when you get paid, as we know. So I get a consistent check and excellent benefits, but I wouldn't have to drive. I wouldn't have to deal with the craziness. Oh, your hair is hanging. Now that's an OSHA hazard. We're going to write you up. Oh, that's the 6th time your hair fell. I'm just bringing out a ridiculous scenario. We're going to have to write you up. This is a 6th write-up. Now this is danger, danger, Will Robinson. If you do 2 more of these, we're going to fire you. It's that type of insanity. It's as though once the kids, not joking, graduate from college, they get these positions because management can puppet them and make them jump and do what management wants to do to the little people that have been there for, well, in my case, 15 years. Technically, it would have been 17, but I started at Manpower first, a temporary agency. And people have already jumped ship that wanted to continue working, but they said, we're out at 20 years. We can't put up with the power trips that is happening right now in my job, as I'm sure it's all over. I'm sure that's the case, whether it's you work in a grocery store, a factory, a post office, whatever the case may be. Times are hard. Times are hard. Let's see what's going on in the chat right now. Bon Bon said, hi to John. I'm in Toronto, Canada. Oh, Toronto. My apologies. I thought it was Australia. I'm sorry. I am sorry. Semper Fi, Jerry. Thank you, George. I served with Radio Recon Platoon 1 MEF, United States Marine Corps, in Saudi Arabia, Christmas, New Year, 1990 through 91. Good guys, good memories. I like this picture of you here, George. I like it. I have my dad's picture posted on Facebook. I don't know if I ever posted it on YouTube. My mom's birthday was January 11th. You guys know that's the day I break my fast. My dad's birthday is February 5th. And I'll usually post their pictures there. But I'll tell you, I think of them all the time. I think of the sacrifices that not only you, George, made, my dad made for all of us by joining the military. And at 17, it was a different class of men, especially the men that want to join the military. And I find that the military Marines, my dad loved all of us, but the Marines, they the toughest when my brother joined the Coast Guard. There was a bit of a spitting match because my father would say, what's wrong? Aren't you man enough to be a Marine? That was just ugly. The only son. So, yeah, in the living years, right? Who sang that song? Mike and the Mechanics. Good song. Rick was with Jonathan. There we go. Thank you, George. Then a fantastic Canadian carnivore called Lou, who introduced himself to us today. Fabulous. Thank you, George. It may have been when I was manicuring today listening. I'm firmly opposed to modern day slave labor. Most jobs are exactly that. I only work agency as I can't stand management BS. So true. George, and the rest of you all out there, I have 9 people in the chat. I did this yesterday. This is sign language, and I can do this on my big screen. Now, this is bull. Like the bull, the horns, you get the horns. This is sign language, bull. And down here, the wiggles and the fingers, so you guys can all do sign language. Guess what this is? Bull plop. Bull poop. You can say the S word. I say $hit. Bull $hit. Sign language. So you can do that too. If you're on a live and somebody's saying something, you can go, I call BS. Just saying. Let's see how many people do that in the lives from this point forward. It should be funny. That should be funny. Let's continue on. Here we go, George. Jerry, I'll send you a picture of me in uniform. Fabulous, Saudi 1990. Thank you so much, George. I appreciate it. My cell phone number is area code 414. I don't know what the exchange would be for United States from you. 414 507 SLUM, SLUM, 7586. So by all means, certainly text it to me. You can do, or I guess you can WhatsApp it because you're already my WhatsApp friend. Anna says, if you respect your employees, they will respect you. And that is a problem now. Absolutely. Aaron, interesting. 3 of my brothers are Marines and 2 are Navy. Fabulous. Just fabulous. I would love to meet your parents. I have just a fondness. I saw the picture of your mother. I said, she's a movie star. That's for sure. I have such a fondness of the way that you probably were raised is showing in how you're raising the children. I love it. I love it. I love it. Respect it. I love the film Heartbreak Ridge. I didn't see that film. My apologies, George. Didn't see it. The boys are excited to race their Cub Scouts cars. Nice. Nice. My brother was a Royal Marine. Fabulous. Jerry, and then we have Giggly. George is practicing. Jerry, I've already gotten you on WhatsApp. There we go. Lainey sent you something earlier today. Well, thank you very much. I'm just so used to telling people what my cell phone number is. And I had a gray-haired moment, George. I'm 65 years old, George. I'm an old woman. I'm much older than your lovely, beautiful, young wife. Yes. Good day, all. Hey, Ricky, you're so fine. You're so fine. You blow my mind. I say that all the time. People say, Jerry, you shouldn't sing that. That's a song. No, it's not. It's Mickey. He is Ricky. Just saying. Hubbs was in the Navy for 20 years, retired in 96 as a chief warrant officer. Fabulous. Thank you, husband. Thank you very much for serving. I appreciate it. Hello again, everybody. Hi, Smoothie. How is the weather right now down the street from Amy? How are you? Are you guys thawed after, I don't know, I think Amy was saying it started snowing in October for you all down there. Yikes. Yikes. I can't wait until spring really springs. Jerry, I'm 4 months older than George. I will be 61 in May. No, you are lying. Well, not that you're lying. You obviously are telling me the truth, but I would have never guessed just looking at you. I've seen you on the videos. I've seen you in the chats and the chat rooms. No way. I refuse to believe that number. I don't see the number, Lainey. I don't see the number in many of you all, whether it's Lainey, George, male or females. I don't see the number in me. I feel a number of 40 something. That's what I feel. But that was before. Now that I've had my back surgery, my spine surgery, my hip surgery, I really don't want to sit and do a really long live because I sat for over 8 hours yesterday. Not so good on the hip joint. I need to get up and move a little bit today. I realize that every hour when I'm at work, I get up and down every hour and move, do squats, walk to the restroom, do squats, keep myself nice and limber, if you will. 30 gray skies, snow is gone. Well, thank goodness. I'm glad. George is saying that I'm sorry, Heartbreak Ridge was a Clint Eastwood as a gunnery sergeant highway, a non-vet. The film was about recon platoon in the Grenada campaign. Marvelous. I will check that out. Heartbreak. I like Clint Eastwood. I liked all of Clint Eastwood's movies. Even Clint Eastwood now doing the director things right now. Hi, Jerry. I'm dehydrating bacon today. Yes. 175 degrees for 8 hours. Thin cut bacon. Perfect. If you put the bacon in before you go to bed at night and leave it in the dehydrator, in the morning, your house will have the wonderful aroma of bacon. You pull it right out of the dehydrator. It's still hot, 175 degrees. It's cooked, but it is so rich in fatty richness. There's not a lot of cleanup. So for the bottom, the silicone on the bottom of my dehydrator, the 2 pounds that I made, maybe, and I'm going out on a limb, I got 4 tablespoons of grease that dripped off. Didn't measure what was on the racks, but a lot of the fat is retained in the bacon, in dehydrated bacon. It's phenomenal. Uh-oh, Smoothie's saying no snow for now. LOL. Hi, Mia. They're saying hi to you, Maria, my Maria. I have been friends with Maria. I will tell you right now, remember this for your statistics. My best fan, subscriber, if you will, the person that comments the most is this girl right here, Maria. Maria. Let's get her picture up here. Right there. That's not a picture of Maria. That's a picture of a puppy, her doggie. But Maria, Mia's Girls, is my number one fan on YouTube with the most comments. And thank you so much to you. Let me get back with the chat here. Yes, it's my first time, right, with the bacon. My husband got home today and brought my home a Ninja Flip. Wow, now I'm intrigued. I don't know what a Ninja is. That a dehydrator? A Ninja Flip? Do tell, Maria. Do tell. Hello. George is saying that there have been a couple of good military films over the years. Clint Eastwood was good in that. Tom Berenger and William Dafoe were fantastic in Platoon. I remember Platoon. I don't remember a lot of movies. My dad always made us watch The Bridge Over the River Kwai. If you know, you know. That was a march around. Dad would say, turn the TV on louder, because we had to get up. We never remote controls. Turn the TV on louder. Movie's over. Girls, turn the station. March. Okay, Daddy. Yes, sir. Little hearts, little loves. Yes, indeed. Yes, I do remember watching a lot of military movies. A lot of black and white military movies. I'm not one to ever remember the names of movies. Now, we all know, for example, Top Gun. I spoke about that yesterday when they were talking about planes in the skies and what's going on right now in the Middle East and all the tactical moves. And then we even talked about truck driving, as a matter of fact. And John told me a term that my husband never told me about. And he called it, the trucker's term is called in the cradle. So you have a truck in front of you. Truck in front. You got a truck on the side of you. And you have a truck behind you. And you're in the middle. They got you in the cradle. The other side is doomsday highway. You can't go anywhere. You cannot get out of the cradle. They got you in. They're playing a game with you. I didn't realize. Could it be because maybe you're an airhead driver? Could it be because you're a pretty girl in the car and everybody want to take a peek? They're good drivers out there. There really are. The sad part is that right now there's starting to become bad drivers coming into the industry. And as Jack brings it up, and I know John will say this too, the industry is not as honorable as back in the day. Unfortunately, truck drivers are making U-turns in Florida and people are dying for it. I remember somebody brought up, and I don't know what state this was, maybe Indiana, I'm guessing. It happened not that long ago where a truck driver had killed an Amish family. Something similar happened to that in Wisconsin. Shoot, I don't know, let's say 20 years ago. A whole family, a Christian family, pastor and all of his children, something in a minivan they were driving, 7 children. They all perished because of an idiot truck driver. It happens. So it's not necessarily me that if I'm driving home, for example, I'm not impeding speed, causing an accident because no one else is around me. I'm driving slow for the conditions. And I don't necessarily know what's up ahead in front of me. Did somebody go in the ditch? Did somebody skid out? This is country roads up here. Animals, too. It's some scary stuff. So scary. Oh, yeah, we had that with George. We had that with Maria. Does Hogan's Heroes count? I think that's a TV show. Smoothie, you're fun. I like having fun lives like this. This is great. Oh, here we go. Maria says it's similar to the one that John was using the other day on your live. Good. I think it was John. No, it was Gary No Slow. That's who it was. Gary No Slow. And he just started it. And that's right. I did ask him, Maria. I said, are you planning, Gary, on eating bacon at 9:00 at night? Because I said, do it 175 for 8 hours. That's how I like it too. If it's thicker cut bacon, maybe it goes a little longer, but I used to make it low and slow. I crack up the heat right now and go 8 hours higher temp. It's always cooked. But the bacon that I sent to Michael, it was the thicker cut bacon. The one I was eating on Mitch's live was the thinner cut bacon. Yes, and his name is not John. Gary No Slow. Here's John. Speaking of John, it used to be for anybody that stepped out offline, including trucks, back when we self-governed ourselves. Usually it ended up with somebody getting their butt handed to them. There we go. True story from a real truck driver right there. Oh, sorry, Gary. No problem. Gary wouldn't mind either. Gary, I don't know if you've ever gone on any of Old Guy Carnivore Mitch, his channel. He's the one that is doing the live tonight, Saturday Night Live, he calls it. And Butter Bob, I know you probably know. We all know who Butter Bob is. He's doing his live at, I think it said 5:55 Central Standard Time on Sunday. So I have a telephone client meeting at 4:00 for 1 hour. Eat my dinner, my leftovers from tonight. Pardon me as I take a sip. Let me put this on mute. Talk amongst yourselves. Oh, it's so good. And I didn't pre-prep that cup. Normally, I'll put the hot water in, make the cup retain the heat better. The coffee is just perfect. So buttery, so delicious. So Butter Bob is going tomorrow, and then it's back to work for me. My Monday schedule is my usual typical Monday, 9 a.m. Central, 10 Eastern is when Kelly Hogan's classes. And she calls us her guinea pig class because this is the start of the week and she'll trial and error things on our time. And then she fine tunes it for the rest of the groups that she teaches the rest of the week. So that's at 9 o'clock. And she'll usually go over sometimes 10 minutes or so. That's when I get in the car. I have a tanning appointment. I'm going to be diligent and go all week at 10:30 for my tanning. I'm not going to do any lotioning up or any of that stuff. I just go in the bed, lay there for 20 minutes, enjoy the heat on the joints in the back. Lovely, especially in 20-some degree weather. Pardon me. And then it's off to work 2 hours early, be to work by noon. Well, I'll grab something to eat. I'll have something in my bag that I'll eat at work as my lunch hour. Eat that, clock in at noon, and work until 10 o'clock at night, Monday through Friday. So that is going to be the entire week for me. What the meals are, I don't know. As I always say, I'm probably going to eat dog food. Speaking of dog food, I have to take some ground beef out of the freezer for the girls and I. You gotta love a good power bowl. I love it. Unfortunately, I bought so much of the 91% lean beef that I have to add extra butter to get more fat in. And I always undercook it. I cook it at a safe temperature where it's safe for me. And then the heat retains in the bowls. I don't feed my dogs hot food. But my dogs don't mind raw food either. They're dogs. Me, raw ground beef. No, I'm not as brave as you, George, with the raw steak. No, no, not at all. Okay, we had John's comment there, Maria's comment. Okay, I guess I'm all caught up with the chat. Does anybody have anything of mention that I should be paying attention to? Now I'm back to being a slave of the OSHA hearing and listening to all of you. Every day at work, I just plug in, I listen to the YouTube and listen to all the lives. It was nice this last week while I was on vacation that I could actually be in Russ's cookout, keto cookout, and be a panelist. It was fabulous. Mitch's channel, I was on 2 or 3 times this past week. It was fabulous. You guys won't see me anymore until I retire. But I definitely need to buckle. I do need to buckle down and just pay these debts and maybe back off a little bit with the expenses. Maybe I'm going to have more chicken from Costco. Maybe $5 chickens is 4 meals for me. Just to rein in the budget a little bit. I've also postponed my butcher box. I'm just taking cautious measures, still eating well, not resorting, nor will I resort to getting the coupon items at the grocery store. Oh, I can have 10 boxes of mac and cheese for $10, says Jerry. No, she does not say that ever anymore. No, it's not going to happen. I only have a Sam's card. Yep. Okay, here we go, Maria. This is the difference that I found out. Sam's paper toweling as opposed to Costco. Sam's paper towel, you get more bang for your buck. You get more paper towels, and it's cheaper for a case than you do of Costco. Live and learn. Yeah, the items I find at Sam's Club are pennies, couple of dollars cheaper. I buy the husband these, I don't know what the name of it is. They're ocular vitamins. Dr. Lisa Wiedemann spoke about them, and he takes them BID. That means twice a day. And at Costco, it is $8 more expensive. It's not a prescription, it's an over the counter vitamin for the eyes. Jack's got macular degeneration. So he gets that twice a day. He takes that along with his other prescriptions and aspirin and all of those things. Here we go, George. I was going to quit construction in May, but I'm being offered a project March until October on good faith, on good. Oh, got it, good money. I'd be stupid to turn it down. Absolutely. And that's what I was weighing, George. I thought, you get more money when you retire at 67, but I can still work part-time to be able to get out of the house, to get spending money. Dog food, good dog food, is not cheap. The 24 good dog food, not garbage dog food. It's not the Costco 50-pound bags of dog food that are just loaded with bone filler and seed oils and just shenanigans. It's expensive, but it's good. And I don't have any qualms feeding good food to my dogs, but maybe they're going to have a lower grade of ground beef just to get by a little bit. So maybe I'm going to have to not buy the 150-pound bag of salmon dog food, and maybe I'll get them their chicken dog food. Why they stopped making the beef, I don't know. It's a keto dog food. I got rid of my prop. I kept it down in the basement forever because people would ask about, what kind of dog food do you feed them? Costco is over an hour from me. Okay, then that would be not a wise thing to do. Driving an hour for me, Maria. Costco is 40 miles because that's the nearest big city, big grocery. And if I go to church, for example, then I can do the shopping, what I need to do while I'm at the bigger, cheaper stores, as opposed to going to Shattuck's in Bloomer and paying more money. I'm already there. It's the mentality. Okay, when you're there, make a list. Go to Sam's Club to get all these things. Go to Costco, get all these things. Okay, while I'm there, fill up the gas. Gas at Costco is under $3 a gallon. We're talking the premium stuff, the good top shelf gas. At Quick Trip, who I love, my favorite gas station, their top shelf premium gas is $3.49. So 50-cent savings times 30 gallons, even though Quick Trip, I can use the reward points. It just depends. Costco gas, deal for sure. And I have 2 Sam's Clubs within 20 minutes of me. Fabulous. We only have the one Sam's Club, which was in Eau Claire originally, and then Costco opened up a couple of years ago. We were so excited. I don't buy paper towels. I buy the blue shop towels. I get them too. Well, the blue shop towels, I see the big roll of those. Okay, I've seen those in the store. I do buy they call them shop rags, and they're the type that you can wash or you can throw out if they get super full of gunk. I used to buy Jack the blue shop towels for him to use in the garage. Right now, he doesn't do a lot of wrenching, mechanicking. Is that even a word? It probably isn't. But we'll take the cars into the dealers and paper towels serves him just fine for his needs right now. But if those red shop rags get all gunky and full of stuff, we just toss them. We just toss them. Our nearest Costco is 35 miles away. Aldi's is less than a mile. See, your Costco is about as far as mine is, too. From our door to the Mayo Clinic in Eau Claire, that's 40 miles, George. And Costco is before the Mayo Clinic exit. So for me, I'll usually stop because that's the closest even from my church. But if I use the logic, I start further away when I go to Sam's Club. If I need to go to Buffalo Wild Wings or something, for example, I'll go to Buffalo Wild Wings, Sam's Club, Festival Foods, and then I'll make my way into the city. Oh, I have to, just thought of it right now. I have to put my freezer container into the deep freeze so that I can make some Kiltz's ice cream. Yeah, I'm going to make homemade Kiltz's ice cream again, which I feed myself and the dogs. Hello, Kelly. Hi, how are you today? Fabulous to have you here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Going to be a great day. I have not checked, Kelly, to see what you have on the agenda today. Are you going live today, Kelly? Did you put a recipe video down? I know there's a bit of a delay, so I will wait for your answer. But I have not scrolled to see what's on the agenda for today with all of our friends. Here we go. Kelly, George is saying, hello, waving to you. Hello, hello, mate. Jerry, stop it. Don't ever do that again, Jerry. Time for a coffee sip while we wait for Kelly. Kelly. I love that name, Kelly. Always have. Nice Irish, strong name. I've met Kelly in person at the Montello meetup here in Wisconsin. Good kid. Kelly's good people, for sure. Can't wait to meet George and Lainey, though. I'm super excited about that. That's the chance of a lifetime. I consider it. That's not that far away, really. But I talk to George all the time on the computer. I'll see him. I'll see his posts. He comes to these lives and chats with all of us. But I want to see him live and in person. I want people to see me live and in person. I want people to see the fact that today I got on the scale and I weighed 198 pounds. Maybe I'm going to be 189 pounds by the time I see George. I don't know. Oh, look at everybody chatting so quick. There's Terry. Hi, Terry. So good to see you. I hope you got enough rest. I woke up this morning at 8:30, 10 minutes before my alarm. My husband has gently reminded me that I didn't come to bed until 3 a.m. Did you tell him you were with all of your friends on the internet? We were having a little party at Barbara's house, a jammy party. If you know, you know, right? Gotta run. Grocery day. Later, everybody. Bye, John. I'm not going to do a mammoth, super humongous live, so I will say goodbye. I'll probably see you tomorrow, John. So happy savings at the grocery store. Thanks for stopping by. I go live tomorrow, 3 p.m. Central, 4 Eastern. There we go. Yep, I am Central Time, so I'm going to be watching you. Then I'm going to do the client call, eat my dinner, and then do the Butter Bob Live. Speaking of Butter Bob Live, I put a comment. Well, actually, it's about YouTube. I put a comment, which was not offensive. It was nothing scandalous. I said no bad words, nothing. Very complimentary. And have you noticed that YouTube will just pluck our comments, just take them down, do whatever YouTube wants to do? I don't know. Why do they do that? Why? Terry, don't tell him you were talking to Georgie. Oh, yeah, don't say that because then their minds go all wacky, especially due to the context in which we were speaking. I can't wait to meet you either, Lainey, and just see your lovely, lovely person. Your in person, your lovely, beautiful self. Cannot wait to see that. LOL, Georgie. Bye, everybody. Bye, Aaron. Have a fabulous rest of your day. Stay safe. Kelly says, I will. He's editing his next cooking video today, and that video will come out tomorrow at 11 a.m. Central. Fabulous. And it's all about pizza carnivore style. Kelly, I am totally on that. Yesterday, I did because I don't have any camera space, I did a live short about what I did yesterday with pizza. Made Jack his Chicago style pizza. Did that stuffed crust Chicago style pizza, nevertheless. Made that for him with garlic butter around the crust. It was duck food. If Rick is on here, Rick, it was duck food. Made myself a pizza bowl. Meat was ground beef, Italian sausage, pepperoni around the outside, and mozzarella. Put a lid on it. It was over on top of the stove. It all melted. Pizza bowl. Whoa, with some Flavor God's pizza seasoning, which technically is dirty. I get it. But that was my dinner yesterday. And then for my second meal, I still have it down here. My second meal, it was half of a bag of these hot pork cracklings and butter during Barbara's live. So that was my late night meal because, like I tell my clients and customers, every time you put something in your mouth, that's a meal. I don't snack, and I plan that accordingly to do that. That's my logic, Jerry logic. He said I kept him awake laughing and ringing my bell. I would raise my hand. I was cracking up so much. I'm sure I kept Jack awake. Now, on live stream, right down below us, we have a microphone. So if I sneeze or if I want to take a sip or slurp or say the phone rings or the dogs come, I can mute. I believe in that. It annoys me when this is heard. This annoys me. I hate that noise. Same with eating of pork rinds. I had to mute the button a lot. I was cracking up during the live and I was eating pork rinds. And drinking bubble water. How annoying would that have been if I would have kept the mic alive, right? Right. Ooh. Bye, Aaron. Bye, Aaron. Cherry ringing your bell. So whenever I wanted to talk, I kept it on mute. Whenever I wanted to talk, I would raise my hand, and Terry girl had her mom's bell that she would ring the bell. So in other words, quiet everybody. I want to talk. I'm raising, she's dinging, and I was cracking up. I'm looking forward to seeing Butter Bob's live. Me too, Kelly. Absolutely. Watching Amy's live with Helix's journey. Is that happening now? Are we missing that right now? It's 1:05. Well, I guess I need to get off now. I have enjoyed the time with you guys. I have been. There's 18 people on the live, and I know my YouTube coach, Michael, I think the world of you, Michael. Michael would tell me, Jerry, you need to stay on and continue your live. And I have learned this little trick too, to have, if I'm on a live here, I'll run another live here. So if I knew Juliet was on a live, I'll do Juliet here and then I'll watch Kelly at the same time. That's the extent of me being technologically savvy, if you will. So I think I'm going to bid you all adieu. I see that Butter Bob invited Mitch to come on camera. Ooh, I think Mitch will come. I do. I think he'll come on. That will be good. That will be good. Excellent. I'm looking forward to that. Well, until then, ladies and gentlemen, and everybody out in the YouTube universe that's watching me, if you haven't yet subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. It's really a channel about nothing. It really is. My name is Jerry. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Brian. Good. Amy's live is tomorrow. I appreciate it. See, I didn't look at the schedule, the channel. Bye, Lainey. Thank you for coming on. I appreciate it. Everyone have a great day and eat meat, says Brian. Thank you for coming. Bye, George. Thank you all for coming. I will see you guys tomorrow at 12 noon. It could be in Eau Claire driving and shopping. Could be a shopping trip. I could be back here because I went to 9 o'clock church and came home live in my basement. Until then, hugs and kisses. Love to everybody. Toodles.